Hello, I'm Eddie Cota from the Levitt Pavillion in Pasadena, California, and Los Angeles, California as well. It's really loud.
It's really hot.
This is better? Here? All right, sorry.
He wants to sing a song.
So my summer season runs from June through early September, and I do a total of 100 concerts. They're similar to Leigh Ann's program where they're free, except mine's are outdoors in a park. My attendance average is about 1,500 people per show. My best attendances are probably up to about 3,000. And I work with about every single genre possible, from jazz, American folk, world music, different types of Latin music. I do a children's series as well. And we also do workshops with artists before or after shows. My venue in MacArthur Park, Los Angeles, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of that neighborhood, but like Leigh Ann said, there's a large Central American population in Los Angeles. Oh, slower, okay. And closer? Can't make everybody happy.
You can't win.
Okay, sorry. Rewind a little bit. All right. Okay, so my venue in MacArthur Park, Los Angeles, like Leigh Ann mentioned, there's a large Central American population in Los Angeles, more than any other part of the United States, and my venue is right in the middle of that neighborhood. There's more Salvadorians there in MacArthur Park than anywhere else in the country, and Guatemalans, and as well as other Central Americans. And it's been very difficult for me to program for that community. It's obviously a demand by the community, but I simply just don't have access to your talent, which is a great opportunity for me to be here. So I've been really excited about the talent I've been seeing out here. There is already a small exchange of talent happening in Los Angeles. There are Central American promoters that do concerts, but the problem is they're not promoters that encourage diversity. Their shows go under the radar to the general public and are mostly for the Central American population. And my program is one that promotes diversity. You know, whether you're a Central American artist or an African artist or artist from anywhere in the world, I want to have an opportunity to share your culture with as many people as possible. And the promoters in Los Angeles that are currently doing these independent shows haven't opened that up. So a lot of these Central American cultural events have flown under the radar, and I've been trying to work with them to try to collaborate with them more, but for the most part, it's going to take, you know, being involved in these type of things, these type of exchanges, these type of conferences to I agree that Global Fest at APAP is one of the best showcases. It's definitely a tastemaker in world music. And South by Southwest, I was actually there last week. It took place in Austin, Texas, and actually met a few bands that were leaving their native countries for the first time. I met a Colombian group that for the first time stepped out and played a show at South by Southwest. The important thing though is when you spend a lot of money to go to these type of things, make sure that you do it in a way that puts you in a position to get exposure. A lot of these showcases are sponsored by different types of media and other companies that can help promote your name. So if you go out there and you don't have that support, you're going to be spending a lot of money and not getting as much as you should out of it. Aside from excuse me, showcases, another really valuable thing is, you know, as a programmer, we all have many different resources. You know, it's overwhelming how many different ways you can learn about bands. And something that could be really effective for what you're doing here in Central America is publicity. You know, there's many media outlets that I rely on to feed me information. For example, NPR has become really valuable in
what does NPR stand for?
National Public Radio. NPR, National Public Radio, and they even have a alternative Latino podcast and blog that focuses on different regions of Latin America. If you Google NPR Alt Latino, you'll see different features on different parts of the country. They'll come out with a podcast that shows highlights of what's new in Colombia or Venezuela, and I haven't seen anything like that for Costa Rica or any other part of Central America. That could be really valuable. You know, it gets into you know, my radar and everyone's radar here. If you are a Latin alternative artist in the United States, remezcla.com is really popular. You know, there's different networks for Latin alternative, and they also do those similar things where they highlight different parts of Latin America. And you know, everybody wants to break artists, including media. You know, so the fact that you have so many undiscovered you know, artists outside of this area, you know, it makes for a great story. And it's one really valuable way that I learn about what I want to program next. You know, these journalists, these reporters are at the showcases with us. You know, we're right there with them. So that's another valuable thing, publicity.